Morning. These are some of the topics you might choose from in grade 10 to 12 for research geography. So if you are a learner, you choose a topic that you are going to research on. So from term 1 to term 2, this research is very important in geography. So every learner must make sure that they excel in this research project. It's account a lot, especially in grade 12. Okay, geography research, grade 10 to 12. Some relevant topics to choose from. Some of these topics are very difficult. Some are in the middle, some you need to think. Now, number 1, the value of property along the north-facing slope are higher than the value of property along the south-facing slope of Meyersdal in Gauteng. So here in this topic, we are going to talk about the benefits of those property that are located in the north-facing slope in South Africa. Even though it might not be Meyersdal, Gauteng, or any other place that you see that the property has much value. So most of the time, north-facing slope in South Africa are warmer than south-facing slopes. So here you make sure that you go for that chapter in geography. This chapter is found mostly in geomorphology, and then you will know the benefit of those who are located on north-facing slope. And then you write about those benefits when you have to buy a house and which one will you choose. Obviously, your house should be warmer. You choose the warmer side. Here they made an example of Meyersdal in Gauteng. Now you can choose any other place, but you know that north-facing slope are warmer and all the benefits of those slopes. Remember, you'll have to ask people also along that area to verify your research and to make your research much more. You find some case studies comparing those property that are facing north-facing slope and their benefits. Okay, let's go for number 2. The causes of rural-urban migration in Ndwedwe, KwaZulu-Natal is due to lack of service delivery in the health sector. So this topic is based on rural-urban migration, people who are moving from rural area to urban areas. But here you have to specify, because here they said due to lack of service delivery in the health sector. So with the health sector, it takes longer for an ambulance to come to rural area to take a person who is sick or pregnant or any other person who needs some health services. Now people tend to move from rural area to urban area due to health sector. You make sure that your topic, your research does not go away from the topic. Okay. So the rural urban immigration is there in topic on grade 8. You find them there, push factor, pull factor, and then you link your research based on health sector. Someone else might include that due to lack of service in education sector or any other sector, or some other one may include the unemployment rate in rural area instead of health sector. So if you are allowed to write your own topic, you may choose whether you write due to unemployment, or due to educational sector. But make sure that your research can be followed by someone who wants to know more about this rural urban migration and also choose the area. Here they choose Ndwedwe, KwaZulu-Natal. Obviously, Ndwedwe is a rural area in KwaZulu-Natal. People move from Ndwedwe to around Durban and all those stuff. You choose your location carefully. Now, number 3, the construction of the N2 Umngeni Road intersection in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal will reduce traffic congestion. So here they have focused on traffic congestion. So they decided to build a huge intersection there at Umngeni on N2 because the people will take hours to go to work. Many things are disrupted due to that. We're used to be disrupted by traffic congestion, so it takes an hour or more to pass through that road, that intersection, and also maybe some accidents are there, so traffic will be reduced along there. So you try to find a place. For example, another place where they've built something on N2 is at Mpumalanga, Emelo to Piet Retief. They are busy building that road, so that they will reduce traffic congestion because there are also trucks using that N2, and also there are so many accidents as well. You take more hours, especially when you're from Gauteng to KZN. It takes a lot of time. So you try those questions based on traffic congestion. And then another one, number 4, the reduction in the number of primary schools in Lusikisiki, Eastern Cape. You can use Eastern Cape or choose any area where the primary schools has been reduced. The reduction in the number of primary schools are reducing at Lusikisiki, so you can choose your own area at some point. They said it's due to decline of the population in the age group 7 to 15 years. So some other primary schools are closing in many areas due to the fact that there are few learners in the area, so they reduce primary schools. So here in this topic you try to find the reason why there is a decline in those primary schools, and then you discuss about it. You go also check the population, the control of birth rates. There are few young learners in that area. Also maybe the migration also may come in here. People migrate from this area, they take their learners to other places, maybe in urban areas. So in this topic you may talk about those things and also ask people why these young learners are moving from rural area to an urban area. Now you ask people questions, you do your research, come up with a place, come up with a map, come up with a hypothesis. Why is this happening? So when choosing the topic, make sure you choose the topic that you really understand or you have seen some of the things happening, so that you will write something you know about. Number 5, change climate will impact negatively on grapes, farming and the wine industry in the Western Cape. You choose the location. So climate change here will impact negatively on grapes farming and wine industry in the Western Cape. So there are many other things involved here. The climate change now, they are no longer maybe able to plant grapes for farming. Then the industry will die due to the fact that there is less grapes to supply the wine industry in the Western Cape, or choose the location, a place where you will include unemployment, and then People will be unemployed. Now, most people will decide to leave maybe the area due to this climate change. Now, they're no longer able to farm. There are no longer businesses. Wine industry also has employees. Also, they will be impacted negatively. This chapter is the one in grade 12. It is in term 4 after settlement. So we will talk about the industry, what's going on when industry are negatively impacted by climate change. So we need industry to process this thing. Then workers will lose jobs. There are so many things involved here. Farming will reduce in the area. Now let's go to another one. The poor condition of roads leading to Harrismith, Free State. You may choose any location. It's due to the lack of proper planning by the local municipality. Now, the poor condition of roads leading to Harrismith, Free State is due to the lack of proper planning by the local municipality. Okay, which means there is a very poor road condition there in Harrismith. Now, municipality didn't plan well about that road, and then you will check the statistics. Whether it's been that way for a long period of time, and then you interview people about the condition of this road, and also check with the municipal budget why are they failing to improve these roads. Now, okay, another question that you will take on the topic. The impact of building a dam along the Jaskai River in Gauteng upstream of Alexandra will reduce flooding and the loss of life in Alexandra. Now, the impact of building a dam. They say here, Gauteng, Alexandra will reduce flooding and the loss of life in Alexandra. So, due to flooding, people were dying in Alex. Many people. You will check the statistics of how many people have died due to flooding in Alexandra, and obviously the dam will accumulate a lot of water from rainwater, and then it will take time for the water to go through the site of Alexandra, and that will be the water will be manageable to pass through Alex without causing more people to die due to flooding. Now, another thing there in Alexandra, you'll find those impacts of a dam. They need to build a proper drainage system along the way there. So building the dam and the proper drainage system. So drainage system is on geology. You will see those benefits of building a dam. If maybe that dam will assist on reducing that flooding along that place. So you must know the place, be familiar with it, get the map, talk about it, ask people how many people have died due to this flooding in Alex. Number 8, the e-toll system will impact negatively on the economic position of people using private transport in Gauteng. Now, there is this e-toll system. You must be familiar with this e-toll. You cannot choose this topic when you don't know what is e-toll and how they operate. So there, private transport, that place, it will impact negatively on the economic of people. So people have to pay money to pass through that road. It will capture you, you pay later. So there are some other people complaining about the e-toll system, that they don't have that money. The system maybe is not working effectively. Finding people have to pay more while they have not passed that much in the e-toll system. So they need to make sure the system is good and ready to be used. Also does not have repeat the information, only to find the person has passed one time and then he has to pay for about 5 or 10 times. There are many other things involved that are negatively. People maybe are not working and all those stuff. They don't afford it. Another one, the e-toll system will impact positively on traffic flow to the major urban centers of Gauteng. This one will impact it positively. So you discuss about that one. That obviously they will have money to renew the road. The road will be beautiful there in the center of Gauteng. They will be able to put on the lights on the road, the traffic lights and all those beautiful things on the road, and there will be no potholes and all those stuff. So that positive impact. So this question and that one, you choose which one you go with, the positive impact and negative impact in traffic flow. Let's go to another. Informal settlement in Vembe district of Limpopo have low level of development due to lack of provision of basic service. So they don't provide them with basic service. Informal settlements there in Vembe, and then you write those basic services that they need, that should be provided, so that people will stay in that area. Okay, another one, the increasing number of informal settlement in and around urban areas in South Africa has resulted in a higher crime rate within the city due to unemployment. So when you check here, the number of informal settlement have increased a lot in other urban areas, because people here, you can put also rural urban migration. People moving to the city, they don't have place to stay, and then they decided to build those informal settlement. They are not working. It also increased crime rates. So this topic is very, you can use this topic to write your research. It has more information. But make sure you choose the area that you will talk about, so that you will ask people on the street, or when did you build your informal settlement there, and then the situation they live under. You also find someone who has committed maybe a crime, to make your research to find something, or those people who have been arrested due to committing crime due to the fact that they were unemployed. So this topic it is very important to choose wisely when dealing with this topic, and then this research task will be recorded, and it will assist a lot on term 4, especially in grade 12. You know the procedure. You start with the topic, you do your hypothesis, background information of an area, and then you put the information, you ask people primary information and then secondary information also. So primary information, you need to ask people, so that your research will be accurate, and then secondary information from case studies and all that stuff. I think that's all for now. Thank you.